Carrie, you're on mute.
All right, well, here we go. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so we are coming to you tonight just to celebrate just an amazing month that we had in February, and really celebrate for the months that we've had. But we had some big ones last month, so we wanted to come in here and just tell you how excited we are for all these promotions, all of you. Just so much hard work. And I am now one of 5 national marketing directors on the Legacy Peak team. So that's pretty darn excited. So we're going to celebrate one of the new ones here, and then we've got a few more celebrations. But I just want you to know that Legacy Peak is making a difference, making an impact, and we are making waves at the home office, y'all. They're noticing Legacy Peak. So tonight we're just going to hear from some of our leadership promotions, their success tools, or maybe their systems, their principles. But really, we want to know, like, what is their Juice Plus business doing for them and their families? So we're going to hear some of that. And we're also here to celebrate everyone, all of you. We're just going to hear from a few because that's all we have time for tonight. But I want you to know that we're celebrating each and every success, each and every order, each and every yes that you said, that you brought somebody, on the team, or got them started on Juice Plus, or got them a Tower Garden. It all is part of the bigger team, just numbers and goals and impact. So whether you're brand new here tonight, and if you are, welcome, or you've been around for a while, I just want you to know that you, with us, are making a difference in people's health and their financial picture. So much so that this team, in total, on this team, we are impacting 5,747 customers. So let that sink in. I know with what we're doing right now, we are going to exceed probably 6,000 this month. And that's what, that's because Jeanette said yes, like 20 years ago. She could have never done that by herself. But together, we're just making a huge difference in everybody's life. So I wanted to just kind of share with you a few of the impact numbers that came from this total team in February. So you just heard how many customers and how many families' lives were impacting, almost 6,000. There was a total of 563 new partners, or new customers that came on, 32 new partners, 63 partners had 3 or more new customer orders in February. We have 88 team members that are qualifying their business. So that means they're generating 1,800 in sales in their business every month. That's huge, you guys, almost 100. I'd love to see that number get to 100 this month. 30 of those are team builders, where they are not only generating that 1,800 for themselves, but they are helping team members to do the same. And we also have 33 team members that have that are in the Comma Club. So that means they're making $1,000 or more. So give yourself a whoop whoop if you're in that Comma Club. And maybe just pop it in the chat. Say, I'm in the Comma Club, or I'm in, the Qualifiers Club. I'd love to see that in the chat. We have 29 partners who are making $500 or more. And do you know that $500 can actually change people's lives? Literally change people's lives. It can make a difference in, whether they stay in their home, a car payment, maybe they've never had an extra vacation a year. So $500 is our mark, and we want to help a lot of people make $500 or more with their business because we know that that can make an impact in their lives. So today, we're going to celebrate because it's International Women's Day. Sorry, guys, but whoop, whoop. Let's hear it for the girls. I wish I could play that song right now. Let's hear.
What do you mean, guys? One.
Okay, Scott. All right,
It's
you know
okay.
what?
I'm absolutely thrilled to be surrounded by so many incredible women. First of all, with my wife, and then the rest of you. It's a great community to be in, and I don't mind being one of the rare ones.
Well, you know what? You're the smart one. That's all I can say. So, I'm gonna turn it over now to Julie Muse, so she can introduce some of her team members that had like some amazing promotions this month. So, Julie, you can take it away.
Thank you, Carrie. I was sidetracked watching the chat. Way to go, Carrie Hicks. I'm so excited for you and the Comma Club. That's awesome. Well, I am thrilled because we had technically 4 huge promotions on our team this month. And by huge, I mean leadership promotions. So I'm going to highlight on the call tonight Bridget Yaling, Nikki Wolf, and Julie Zilke. But Julie Zilke's husband, Jeremy Zilke, also promoted. So that is our 4 promotions this month. So I'm going to start out by highlighting a dear friend of mine, Bridget Yaling. She was my first follower really on my team. She was the first one that really said yes and fast track to sales coordinator. She has had a solid POP business for 2 years now. She's been in the business for 5 years. She has 3 kids. She's married with 3 kids, 1 in college, 2 in high school. She has a full life and a full plate, but she is passionate and she's been consistent. So we want to ask you, Bridge, she was promoted to qualifying senior sales coordinator, which comes with $1,000 bonus and the ability to earn BIB, which is really exciting. That's a business investment bonus. It's basically an expense account for your business. So we are curious, number one, what is your Juice Plus paycheck done for you, or is it doing for you? And number 2, give us 1 or 2 things that have been helpful for you getting to this next promotion, a system, a principle, or a tool. So take it away, Bridget Yaling.
Thanks, Julie. So what my paycheck is doing for my family is we're paying off debt. We've got some medical bills and stuff that are just kind of been hanging over our head. One credit card that has just been like the thorn in my side. And so with this promotion specifically, I'm going to be able to wipe that out, which just feels like the weight of the world comes off your shoulders to be able to do that. So I'm so incredibly grateful for that. And then the one thing I feel like was kind of really pivotal for me was, Julie has always said her big moment came when she realized she needed to work on herself and personal development. And while I've been doing that for a couple of years, thanks to Juice Plus, I recently found through my new QSC underneath me, she's an awesome mentor as far as mindset. And I was listening to a podcast a couple of months ago, and this speaker, she said, the problem isn't your problem. The problem is you're thinking and talking about your problem. And when she said that, I was like, okay, all I've been saying to myself is I'm stuck. I want my business to grow. I'm stuck. And when I heard her say that, I was like, I just have to change my sentence. And I see all of the abundance and see all the good that's come so far. And so I really feel like once I started shifting, that's when these opportunities just, became more accessible to me because I could see it better. So that's it.
I love that shift. Bridget, thank you so much. Will you pop her name into the chat and the podcast that you follow? Because I can see it in Bridget, just really working on her mindset. And she is getting that abundance and showing up in her business. So I'm thrilled to see you as a new QSSC on our team. All right, Julie Zilke is going to announce her new QSSC.
All right, good deal. Well, I'm going to announce Nikki Wolf, who there's a little trend here because she really was the first person on my team to see a vision. And she always laughs when she talks about how I painted that vision the first time, but she just hopped in there. And this girl knows how to set a goal and go after it. And I couldn't be more thrilled to have her as a part of a leadership because she gets it. She loves to set a goal and go after it. She's tenacious. She is passionate about plants and about that being the way that God provides the best nutrition for our bodies, and passionate about telling people. And she's just great. She's great to be around, great energy. And I will let her share now about how she got to QSSC.
Well, thank you, Julie. So I would say there's 3 things. Number one, it's a belief. You have to have a belief in yourself, in the product, in this company, in your team, in this process. Because if you don't have the right mindset, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. And the next thing I would say is grit. You have to have grit in this business. And I looked up what that meant, the definition of it today, and it says strength of character, boldness. And I think you have to have grit in this business. And if you don't have it, you better get it because you need it in life anyways. You're going to need it to go through life. And the last thing I would say is just consistency. Because if you're not having conversations with people, then you're not going to grow your business. And even if you are having conversations and you're talking with people and you're sharing and you're not seeing anything happening, you're still moving your business forward. Because if you stop those conversations, you're not. So you just have to continue to have those conversations and you're doing something. Your business will grow.
Nikki, I love that. Tell us what your paycheck does for you.
Well, so we have 7 kids, and so we're the wolf pack, and a family of 9 trying to go on vacation. Let's just say you better be saving your pennies all year. But with the Juice Plus paycheck, last summer we got to take an amazing vacation to the mountains in Colorado and just spoil the kids on our Juice Plus paycheck. And this summer, we are going to take an amazing vacation to the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia and stay at this fabulous mountain resort. We're going to take a side trip to Washington, D.C. We're going to take a side trip to Virginia Beach, and it's just going to be awesome. And I think the best thing about that is I'm not going to be losing money by going. My upline, my amazing upline, Jeanette Retruba, always talks about the magic hour. And I think that just applies. The hour that I put in today, I'll get paid on later. So I can take that vacation with no worries that I'm still going to be getting paid when I step away to enjoy this amazing time with my family.
Oh my gosh, I could pinch myself. Julie Zielke, thank you for bringing her to our team. Thank you so much, Nikki. This almost feels a little surreal to announce that Julie Zielke on my incredible team in my downline, and she's been such a mentor and friend to me. Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine the way we've grown together in life and business. Is a new qualifying national marketing director with the Juice Plus company. One step away from the top of our company of NMD. And if you know her, you're not surprised at all because you knew she would do it and she will continue. Julie she's been an incredible gift to our whole entire, as all of us are, sideline support. Not just in our business, but in life. She's a mother of 8, so she takes away all of our excuses. And her and her wonderful husband have just been such a joy to partner with. So Julie, tell us, what is it that helped you get to QNMD, and what has your income done for you?
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you. It feels surreal to be sitting here having that announced. I remember when they announced you as QNMD. I can remember that call. So, well, it's great that you all knew I was going to get here because I didn't know I was going to get here, but here I am. So I am thrilled. And I love all of the great things that Bridget and Nikki shared. And I think when I look at what I did, obviously mindset is a big deal, and having grit and having determination. I think really with this at the end, I had to set a goal, and that was a little scary. I didn't want to do it. In fact, I talked to some sidelines that were outside of this team, and that I had met in Branson, and she just asked me, she's like, why won't you set a goal? Like, what are you afraid of? I'm like, that I won't meet it. And she said, well, what would that mean? What does that mean if you don't meet it? Like, are you still going to be valuable? Are you still going to be contributing? And of course. So she just encouraged me. And so I did. In December, I looked at what I had going on and I set a goal, and I told Julie, I don't like the goal setting, because I mean, then you're held accountable and you have to actually go do it. And it was hard, but it got me doing things that maybe I hadn't been doing, or maybe doing more of those things, right? And so that was that's a big thing. Like, even if they're smaller goals, right? I mean, not every month you're going to be able to get to the next leadership level, but every month you can set a goal. So goal setting for sure. And then when I look back at how I've done this, and the people in this community know, I have loved the BYOB is what we called it, the Be Your Own Boss. And even when COVID hit, we kept doing that. And every month, that's what we've done. And we've invited people to look at the business. Now, a lot of people are COVID shy, so those haven't been huge events. But what I have found, that even if people say no to coming, I ask if I can follow up individually with them. Would they be open to sitting down with me then, just to talk and let me share that opportunity with them? And I've gotten a lot of yeses that way. So even if they say no to the big event, follow up individually. Would you be willing to sit down, and have coffee with me, and I could just share one-on-one with you? And I think a lot of times when we get the no to coming, we just let it stay there, or we think, oh, well, I'll invite you next month. But I found moving it to an individual conversation to be really helpful. And then, I mean, you guys know this follow-up. I mean, it's just really been the key over and over and over again. What we do isn't rocket science. I wish there was like some secret that I could give you, but it's not glamorous, right? It's just doing it over and over again. So anyway, thank you guys for all of your support. It's really
Okay,
fun.
I'm not gonna let you get away without telling us what the income has done for you.
Oh yes, okay. So the income is now a third of my total income in our family. So my paycheck is now a third of our income total. And there was cement poured on a three-car, two-story garage today that we have put on our house. So that's something specific that, I can look at, but really just the freedom it's given us to really just be able to expand our budget a bit, buy more groceries. All my kids are now taking Omegas. That's a big deal, because they weren't all taking them before, because there's 8 of them. So they all get Omegas. Did you get Omegas tonight? I know, we're so excited. And we gave them all their own complete shakes as we're so grateful for this promotion. So that was a fun thing too for them. So we couldn't have done it without them. They are contributing too. They've supported and made space for me to do this. So
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, so incredible. Thank you all, ladies. Carrie Brummett, back to you.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I am blown away. Just like, you guys, what we get to do, right? Okay, so it is my pleasure and honor to be able to introduce to you guys our newest national marketing director on the Legacy Peak team. I have known this girl since she was she was in her teens, and I just can't be, I don't know, I'm speechless. But here's what I'm going to tell you about her. Here's what I like about her. She doesn't take herself too seriously. So if you know Emily, she has Emily-isms, and she can laugh at herself, which is awesome. I love that, because I can laugh at myself a lot too. I love the way she connects with people. She's just a connector. She just, has so many valuable relationships, and she connects really well. And what I admire about her is her work ethic. She has a work ethic like nobody's business. And I think she probably got that from her mama. And she just is willing to work on herself harder than she is anything else. And I'm super proud to announce our newest national marketing director, Emily Otten. Take it away, girl.
Woo!
Okay, you guys can all unmute yourselves and give her a big woo! All right, Emily, I know you want to take it away and highlight some of your team.
Yeah, well, you got me. I'm emotional today, you guys. If anyone was at my wedding or heard this story, I didn't cry all day at my wedding, and Adam was like sobbing, and I'm emotional today. So I thank you for the introduction. I miss you guys so much. I can't wait to hug you guys and celebrate with you guys. Carrie and I celebrated with Julie, and my mom and I have hung out and celebrated, but I can't wait to be with you guys, because hearing the stories tonight on the beginning of this call is exactly what has got me here. Like staying close to this team, staying close to the fire, staying close to the community, because every single time that I get on a call like this, whether it's a brand new Partner Plus or, you know, even as being a Q for the last 4 years, I take away something from these calls. So don't underestimate the power of showing up on these calls. I just, even as an NMD tonight, I'm like, this is so good. I'm like taking notes on everything that Julie and Nikki and Bridget said. So I just feel so grateful to finally say that we are an NMD team. And I won't tell my story too much, but if you guys don't know my story, I said yes out of college, and I majored in marketing and advertising, and I had a few awesome opportunities to go off and live in DC, New York, had a couple different things. And I just saw, I had built my business part-time up to the sales coordinator position. And I just had amazing mentors. Carrie and Jeanette were whispering in my ear, just think about where you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years. Just think about where you want to be. And I just saw, of course, the vision that our leaders have painted for us. And I just thought, you know what, I have nothing to lose and I have everything to gain. And it was definitely a step out of, you know, normal, walking away from normal, but it's been awesome. And just to finally see just it all pays off. So I feel speechless too. I don't want to make it too much about me, because you know that any position you get to in this business, it's really about your team and helping them get what they want. And so my mom has done this with me from the get-go. It's been really fun, even though she said when I graduated, you have to go get a full-time job. You can do Juice Plus on the side. And I said, no, thank you. I'll go live with Dad and do this full-time, because I knew what happened. I knew what could happen if I just put both my feet down in the ground. So I'm going to bring on my mom tonight so that she can share. I'm going to bring on a couple different people, but I'm going to bring on my mom first, because she is obviously my mom. We do a lot. We like finish each other's sentences, and sometimes she calls me her boss, and I'm like, I'm not your boss. You are your own boss. However, I'm going to push you to get out of your comfort zone. My mom knows a lot of people, and like Carrie said, I definitely get my work ethic from my parents, but I also get my relationship building skills from my mom. My mom could talk to anyone. We go into the grocery store, the post office, and she just starts talking to people. So Mom, I would love for you to come on here really quickly and share just what the last couple months have been, and really what you did in February that has been really exciting, and of course what your Juice Plus paycheck has done for you.
Okay, well, first of all, Emily, I wasn't whooping because I was still muted, but awesome. I'm so proud. So yes, Carrie, you've known her since a teen, but she's had that spit and vinegar in her since the day she was born. So, oh, my Juice Plus life. You know, last year, you know, everybody's talking about a year ago from now, you know, what were you doing when COVID hit? And I remember Emily and I were on our way home from Kansas City, seeing her brother. And it wasn't long after that, we were like, well, we can't go to events, you know, conference got canceled. What can we do to keep in touch with people and keep building, you know, our relationship with the people we have and talking to them? I'm big into Tower Gardens. So I think we had a couple of Tower Garden events, and I just posted a few pictures. I'm not very good at social media, but the response we got was insane. So, you know, fast forward a year, Emily's like, Mom, you really need to get POB qualified. It's going to make such a difference in your check. You've got everything there. You just need to start doing some things like we did last year. So in January, I told myself I was going to start trying to be more disciplined about posting, and people have been very responsive. So Emily and I and Carrie sat down on numerous occasions and just really started reaching out to people who responded to some posts. And you know, I didn't even know some people were watching who would send me messages about, tell me more about the Omegas, or tell me more about the Tower Garden home. So in February, really with intention, started reaching out to existing customers, to making posts and then following up on conversations. I think Julie mentioned the follow-up. The follow-up has been key. And then I do know a lot of people. When you're a teacher for as many years as I am, and then just people I work with, you just do have a big community of people that you can reach out to. And I really haven't tapped into that very much. So I'm starting, and it's been it's been amazing. So people really do want to feel better and to be healthy. And I know a lot of young people that are having babies, and they don't really, they don't have any direction. So they have been very responsive. So that has been kind of where I've started, and within the last couple of months, and just has been a tremendous change in getting POB qualified. My paycheck doubled the last couple of months, so I did get the Comma Club. I've had that once or twice before in the past, but my goal now is to just keep getting it, because it's really nice. I had a flat tire last week and I needed 4 new tires, and guess what? I paid cash for it, and that was amazing. I didn't have to swipe the credit card, because before JP days, I swiped the credit card a lot, and I don't do that anymore. So that's kind of what it's helped me do with my paycheck, is not have that stress of not ever having enough. So I have enough, and I know there's potential to have a lot more. And it's a very good feeling to not have that stress and to know you're helping so many people. So Emily told me I had 1 minute. I hope I stayed within my time frame. So.
Thank you, Mom. I love that. And, you guys, my mom and I are just a ton of goofballs when we get together and work. We just like to go love on people. And my mom's like, I don't think I have that many friends. I'm like, you have 754 Facebook friends. She's like, I do. I think I have 72. I'm like, no, you have 754. So if you guys don't know this about my mom, she's had an incredible health weight loss journey of just getting back into working out and eating really healthy foods without knowing she's lost some weight, and she just looks incredible. If you guys, she's glowing. And so we updated her profile picture, and she had like 220 comments in like 10 minutes. I'm like, Mom.
It wasn't 10 minutes. I think people were bored. It was one of those snow days. So.
But today on one of our team chats, someone said, you never know who's watching. You never know who, even though they're not commenting and liking, people are watching. So don't get discouraged if you don't have a ton of likes and comments. Posting and putting your lifestyle and the things we do, the community we have is so unique. And we heard that today on the International Women's Call. So thank you, Mom. I love you. I'm so grateful that you do this business with me. And I know I could tell a whole nother story, but I'm sure she's very happy that I decided to put both my feet in and do this and not take their corporate world, the 9 to 5. My life would look completely different. So I know we're at 8:29, but I promise you these next couple speakers are amazing. And then we'll close up tonight's call. I obviously attract teachers onto my team. So Carrie Hicks, if you know her, you know that she shows up on every single call. She's absolutely incredible. It's actually a friend of a friend's mom, and she is in a small town in Wisconsin. And Carrie and I had the pleasure of visiting there last summer in July, and she's just amazing. She is a retired health and physical education teacher, and just like the teachers have in them, they love to love on people. And she just has an incredible Juice Plus story. But she was definitely my soundboard going for NMD. There were some days where it was so quiet, and I kind of looked at Carrie Brummett and I'm like, at least I got Carrie Hicks with me. She's like always there. She's always showing up. And there's a lot of things that made this promotion happen for our team, but Carrie Hicks, you deserve a huge round of applause. She has had incredible growth just in her journey. And I just want you to share. So Carrie, if you can unmute yourself and share just what your Juice Plus paycheck is doing for you and what your last couple months has looked like for your business.
Well, first of all, I might be a little biased, but I can't think of anyone else that deserves this new title more than Emily, so congratulations. She is there for me all the time. And we're talking about someone who's a little bit lacking in the ability for social media and other things, so she's always there covering me with that. But really, she mentioned that her and Carrie came all the way up to Wisconsin last summer, and I didn't have a real big team at that time, and they came and they did event after event after event with us. And it's amazing how 6 months later, we're really seeing the progress of that. The communication was still going on with, me just staying in touch with people and following up and planting more seeds. But Emily I got on, and we did 20 three-way call connections with people, I think in January. And she was there for that all the time. She taught me some things as far as making sure I'm contacting even with teammates who maybe are too busy to follow up with customer care at this time. And so we did that. I do invite every customer to be, part of my team. And that has made a big difference because I think since middle of January, we've had 3 Partner Pluses and now an Express Track QSC. And so I'm just so excited about that. Kind of like Adrienne said, the Tower Garden, I've been putting a lot out there about Tower Gardens. And the other day we just had I think he's about 65, 70-year man friend just come up and say, oh, what's this about this Tower Garden? And he bought one that day after coming to see it. So, that's big. And I guess this is something I normally wouldn't do, but I'm going to do it. After doing the book club with the Miracle Morning, I was challenged to get an affirmation. And I usually just wouldn't share this kind of thing. And I did share it with Emily the other day. And I'm going to share it with you. And it's really simple. It's just, I tell myself every day I can do it. I can set my mind to it. I am happy. I am healthy. I am financially secure. I have people waiting to be on my team. And I will make $1,400 a month in Juice Plus. And I exceeded that by a couple hundred this month. So I was just so ecstatic. And I guess for me, it's vacation money. It's things to go do. It's to finish the bathroom remodel. It's to do whatever. And so it's been a blessing. I had to work 2 weeks, 80 to 100 hours, during that time to earn that kind of money while I was teaching. So I'm happy about that. I don't know, Michelle, I really don't know if she's on, and I would really love for her to just share. Michelle hit Express Track QSC, and I thought she was going to be on. I don't see her unless she's the iPhone. Michelle, are you on?
Michelle has tricky internet issues out in the Badlands that she's in.
Again, she just works so hard, and Express Track Partner Plus and then Express Track QSC, and it was so exciting to go and take her and celebrate with her. And so it's partners and having teammates like that make this so fun and enjoyable.
Yeah. Well, Michelle was our first of many Express Track QSCs, and that did not happen by accident. It was one of Carrie and I's multiple connection calls that we made in January, and she ended up saying yes to the partnership, Fast Track or Express Track Partner Plus, and then into QSC. So all because of a phone call. So thank you, Carrie, so much for sharing. Absolutely appreciate that. And everyone's commenting in the chat. They love your heart. And Carrie's like total NMD material. So I love her, and I just am very grateful for her. So, all right. Well, that being said, I'm going to close with a couple of things that I was I was so scared of phone calls. I don't know why. I guess it's the millennial in me. It's like super easy for me to send a text or even send a voice message, but to pick up the phone and have a conversation, whether it was with a customer or, I don't know why it scared me. And I heard, obviously that's all we talk about. We talk about connection calls and 3-way calls. And it's one thing for it to be scheduled, but for me to just pick up the phone and call some of my customers unplanned, made me really nervous. And I heard Eric Worre talk about, if you're scared to do something, challenge yourself to do it 100 times. And by the 80th to 90th time, you probably won't be that scared. And so I was I set a really big goal to make 100 phone calls in the month of January. And I think I only made it, I left a lot of voicemails. However, I think I only made it to like 27 or 30. But even then I included those that I was doing with Carrie and my team. And even then we just had so much, I was like, I can't make any more phone calls. Like I got work to do. Like there was just things popping. So for me, that was definitely one of like my things that shifted. I just got over it and I just would like 1, 2, 3 click and just smile and dial. And then moving into February, Carrie was like, well, now it's just 100 calls to NMD. And so we haven't hit 100 yet and we're just going for it. And it's been really fun. And it's definitely created momentum. And customers we call, they're like, thank you so much for calling me. Like there's something different about getting a phone call over like a Facebook tag or even a text, even if it's the most thoughtful text. There's just something about a phone call, especially right now more than ever. They're not in this community, so they don't get to be on these awesome calls. And so just even giving them a quick phone call just to say, how are you doing? How's your Juice Plus? And so it was just a really big eye opener for me, and it was really fun. And I'm still a little bit nervous, but I'm getting a lot better. And when you have a buddy like Carrie, we just are nervous together and just do it. So it's a lot of fun. So 2 things I want to end with is I guess just the last thing is what everyone's been talking about is what has the paycheck done for you? So of course, you know, it's just been a journey of setting, you know, having my sight on NMD, having my eyes on NMD. I was a Q for several years. And of course, we know that the journey is definitely all on God's timing. And I knew it was going to happen, but having, you know, staying true to myself and knowing that it was, you know, going to happen, but also burning the boats and just knowing that I had to go make it happen and just decide. And so between mindset and personal growth and just deciding that it was going to happen, it happened at a really interesting time because of course, hitting NMD last month, it was, my highest paycheck, Adam's highest paycheck. I build my husband's business. But the day that I got the call for NMD was also the day that Adam's contract ended. And he's been trying to look for a new position and hasn't had any luck yet. So technically the day I hit NMD was the day Adam went unemployed. And I actually paid our bills today. And I'm telling you, like, I don't know what we would have done without having our Juice Plus paycheck. Like I'm paying the mortgage, I'm paying pretty much all of our bills. And that doesn't say that Adam's not, you know, trying at other things. He had an interview this morning and I know he has big plans for his future. However, it was just such a sigh of relief knowing that we didn't have to stress about that. We don't have to go put things on credit cards. And we're in the middle of a huge kitchen remodel because we found crazy water damage. So there's a lot of life curveballs being thrown at us, but just to know that the Juice Plus income is providing for our family, not just this month, but the next month and that after. So between our income and I'm just going to say this because this is a team call and we're kind of behind the scenes. Jeanette was talking to me about it. So between my income with Juice Plus, Adam's paycheck with Juice Plus, some bonuses that we're getting from him hitting Fast Track Sales Coordinator, and then the company giving me my first half, the Juice Plus company paid Adam and I $12,006 this month. And I literally, like, that just brings tears to my eyes because it didn't happen on accident. It happened by hard work and the magical hour. I'm getting paid on things that I did years ago. But you guys, there are people out there. I wish Michelle could have shared her story tonight. Her first paycheck, she was like, you have no idea what this means for our family. You have no idea how bad I needed this. And it would have never happened if you guys wouldn't have called me. So don't underestimate sharing with the next best person, the next, you know, customer on your genealogy report. So I feel so grateful. And, you know, to share that number with you guys, I know we're in a safe place here to just say that I'm blown away. And to know that I now get to carry the benefits for our family, no matter what happens with Adam's crazy contracts. He's so working hard to get out of the contract life, but I now get to carry the benefits for our family. We get to start a family hopefully soon. And I just hope that this gives you vision of what can happen. Yeah, there were days that I wanted to maybe give up or just cry because I didn't think it was going to happen. But Carrie says all the time, hold the vision, trust the process. And we know that it pays to stay in line. We know that it pays to show up. And things happen when you show up. So I hope that gives you a little bit of vision for, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter where you're at in your business, it's just about the next conversation and the next event and putting a goal of some sort, whether it's smaller or bigger, putting a goal on your vision board and getting clear about what you want, because as soon as I was really clear on how bad I needed the medical benefits, I had a really bad back injury the last couple months, and I was like, I need the benefits so bad. I got my arse to work. So it's been awesome. So that's really all I have to share, and I feel so grateful for this team. I mean, I know there's 5 of us now, but in just a few months, we're just going to be popping NMDs left and right. So thank you, Jeanette and Carrie, for paving the way. I'm so grateful for this team. And yeah, I definitely made the right decision, my mom said. So thank you guys so much for all of the celebration and love. I definitely feel it. I can't wait to see you guys in person.
Woo! All right, unmute yourself.
Congrats, Emily.
Amazing, amazing.
Congratulations, everybody. Yeah.
Okay,
Great job.
I do want to say
Congratulations.
one thing. I think we need to share some of these things on social media. Share what our paychecks are doing for us. Share what the supplemental income does for our family. It feels weird, but there are people out there that need to hear about it. So go out and share boldly.
Congrats, everyone.
Yeah. Congratulations. Beautiful job. Mwah.
Love you. See you next Monday.